is falling, gotta tell somebody. Pale horse running, gotta tell somebody. When you see that rider, gotta tell somebody. Oh Lord, you gotta tell someone.
What we were trying to accomplish more than anything was to expand Anthony's scope. On this record, we started out as trying to be an acoustic record, singer-songwriter record.
I started to do Facebook Lives, and a bunch of people were writing and saying, hey, I dig this singer-songwriter thing. So we began this album in that vein. Just one mic, an acoustic guitar, and a voice. Not that different from how Robert Johnson might have done things in the 30s. But slowly, things evolved, being the perfectionists that we were, and, well, let's add a little guitar here or a rhythm section.
When Anthony started talking to me about the album, he had his initial inspirations for the sort of things that he was pulling from, and I knew that the album was coming and that initially it was supposed to be an acoustic sort of idea, and then as we started talking, things started evolving and more instrumentation got added, and what was supposed to be maybe a little bass became a little bit more bass, became bass on essentially the whole record.
I mentioned to him a few times that maybe we could do something with the lyrics. I don't write any of the songs. I have nothing to do with that. And he would go for his walks, and he'd come back and says, how about this type of lyric? So when you listen to the lyrics on this record, you'll notice that a lot of them are different than what he's written in the past. They're a little deeper, they're more sensitive side of them, and you got to just listen to the words.
I'd go for walks in the morning and hit the studio in the afternoon, and I'd have a song from my walk. I'd sort of think of what was going on during quarantine, and by the end of the day, we'd flush out a song. It was pretty cool, and some days we got more lucky than others, and after a few weeks, we had enough for an album. And the whole quarantine thing impacted this album, and even the artwork references this. For me, it was a global phenomenon. It was something that the whole world was going through, something we were all experiencing together. And I wanted to represent that in the songs as well. I wanted to involve the world in it. So we have musicians and artists that have contributed to this album from Brazil and Venezuela, Russia, China, Sweden. It's given it a different flavor.
When we went in to record, it was a lot of trying to find where I fit in with different instrumentation, because I didn't want to overplay, and we were also using so much really good instrumentation from people from all over, like from Russia, from China, from Sweden, and I didn't want to step on anybody's toes, and so it was just myself, Carson, and Anthony just sitting around, and we would kick around these bass ideas and make sure that we weren't overplaying for other people, and it ended up being a really rewarding experience because it was different than any other sort of recording environment that I'd been in.
We don't do a lot of takes. He goes in there and he does it. And to be honest with you, the first take is usually the best on just about everything. And then you'll do a second take, and maybe there'll be a word or a little phrase or a little guitar here and there, and that's what it is. So what you're getting is the real thing.
We strive to get things in 1 or 2 or 3 takes. So a lot of the guitar solos were done in one take. A lot of the vocals, you sing it once to warm up, and there you go. The more you start to sing, I think that the performances begin to sound a little contrived. So it's very difficult to try to achieve a high level of performance and make it feel very natural. So we worked really hard on that.
What separates a good artist is the emotion and the feeling. Anybody can play the lick, but it's the feeling that counts. And I think that's one of Anthony's main things. He's got a lot of feeling. He's got a lot of soul. And when you listen to this record, like I said, with the voices up, the guitar solos are just very, very tasteful. You'll probably agree that it's probably his best record so far.
Because we were doing a singer-songwriter vibe, we didn't put a spot for a guitar solo. We had to be maybe a little bit more clever with some of the arrangements. And it wasn't the guitar hero solo. It was, let's really get to the point. Let's be mature and let's be soulful. So that was some of the goal here on this album. And I couldn't be happier with the results. And I feel like it really pushed me as a player.
I think the new songs will fit in the live set, actually really well. It's a great contrast and complement to some of the heavier, harder, down-home driving songs in the past, like, say, like Blues Child or Blues in the First Degree, those kind of songs. You know, I'm a guy of contrast, so it's really fun to be able to do, I don't want to say both sides, because this is a good middle point between ballady songs and, once again, like those down-home driving songs. I think it's great because it shows some different sides to Anthony and his songwriting.
The new songs, I think, are going to be really, really cool live. They sort of, to me, they sound like a different shade of the same color. So if you come to see the show, you'll have some of the older stuff, some of the rockier stuff, some of the slower ballad stuff, some of the heavier in your face stuff, and then you have this stuff which sort of fits right in the middle of there that has its own voice, but also doesn't seem incongruent and really just adds one more shade to the picture that we're trying to paint with our live show.
What we've done is made sure that Anthony's voice is up high so you can hear the soul that's in the voice, and then automatically it goes along into the guitar playing. I think for a long, long time, that major part of his talent, you just haven't had an opportunity to hear it. There's been many people recently who will say, man, I didn't know you could sing like that. Man, he's been singing like that since day one. It's just that you never heard it. Now you're going to hear it.
This broken heart of mine keeps on breaking every time you walk away. I can't find a way to stop this aching, and this broken heart of mine keeps on breaking. You keep on looking at me with those faraway eyes, and you say, oh, you know we tried, but I'm here all alone. Baby, come home. I can't live without you. This broken heart of mine, baby, keeps on breaking every time you walk away, child. I can't find a way, I can't find a way stop this aching, oh Lord, and this broken heart of mine keeps on breaking. This broken heart of mine, well, it keeps on breaking. Oh, every time you walk away, Lord, I can't find a way to stop this aching and this broken heart of mine keeps on breaking. This broken heart of mine keeps on breaking, baby. Oh Lord, and this broken heart of mine keeps on aching for your love. This broken heart of mine keeps on breaking.